Welcome to Millennial Man, the 13th floor, Chapter 12. Working hard for community. Working together to complete a goal or project quicker and more efficiently than doing it on your own for the benefit of everyone. Teamwork, community. Hard work is also beneficial for everyone in many ways, and it is my goal in this chapter to illustrate this fact and to remind how positive it is to bring the subjects of hard work and teamwork together for conversation among millennial men. This is not a new concept in our world, but one that we as a people may have lost sight of in a few vital areas within the last couple generations. I am convinced that when millennial men set out to work together and work hard as a team or community, we will see great accomplishments in many areas, from our personal lives like family, business, and community, all the way to how our nation works together and is governed. Considering these truths is intended to be an enlightening tool for all millennial men who wish to be a positive influence to the world around them. A lot of us already recognize how beneficial hard work is in different areas of life. Certainly it is good for our health, physically and mentally, to work hard. Staying strong and vital, also feeling accomplished and confident. One who lives paycheck to paycheck understands the necessity to work hard, paying for food and shelter and other needs, wants, etc. People who have come from lowly backgrounds to accomplish success and wealth know what it is to strive for a difficult goal in order to reap foreseen benefits. Anyone who has played on sports teams understands hard work and teamwork, community, Whether physical labor, such as farming, building, sports, mechanics, landscaping, and industry, or mental labor, such as striving to be a doctor, lawyer, teacher, or business CEO. These all understand hard work and having the proper team or community to reach goals and attain success. I perceive that any honest person will admit that working hard has benefits. Some are failing to realize how they need to apply these principles in all areas of life, and that applying these principles properly could solve a lot of problems we are currently facing as a nation. I will list a few situations that I believe will validate my point. 1. A businessman who has worked hard and put together a good team in his business. This has brought him monetary success. However, he has spent so much time building his business team, he has neglected his family. A family requires hard work and working together as a team just as much as a business does. Depending on the number of children the man has or how many families suffer from this same type of situation will determine the impact and level of dysfunction this has on any given community. 2. A neighborhood overrun by trash, weeds, uncut grass, trees, or shrubbery. Although many families live in the neighborhood, no one has taken the initiative to come together as a team to work hard on cleaning up the mess. If they come together as a community to address the mess, all who live there have taken part in these valuable principles and have a better and cleaner neighborhood. 3. A group of older men who come together as friends often. They spend a lot of time complaining about the youth running around, either in gangs or with no guidance, or both. Often the youth is fatherless, making no attempt to try and mentor, teach, and guide them into the importance of hard work and teamwork or community. The men are coming together as a team to complain and waste time when they could be working on solutions, teaching, and guiding. You could connect all three examples and work wonders. Think about the impact if just these three were remedied. The list of other examples goes on and on. It boils down to a disconnection with family and community and misunderstanding of hard work. This ultimately leads to broken homes and communities, dependency on government, violence, addiction, teen pregnancy, overcrowded jails, suicides, people who are indifferent, and a shortage of success among lower-class American people in areas that require the learning of work ethic and discipline and working together for the benefit of the whole community. Who ends up prospering from our failures? People, whether foreign or domestic, who value hard work and education and understand teamwork. Millennial men, You need to find balance so that our families, communities, and business or work endeavors all prosper in a more equal manner and contribute positive unity and growth. Our family, job, and community all require a team effort of hard work. Another area that requires teamwork and hard work is the governing of our nation. Freedom requires teamwork as well. Contrary to what you may have been led to believe, we the people definitely matter, and we can impact what goes on in America. When we put effort into our homes, community, and states, we will see positive results, and our efforts will be truly rewarded. Millennial men, we can and will have positive impacts on our nation. It just takes willingness and ability. Willingness to listen and learn, ability to work hard and to think. Now, all these various areas that require teamwork and hard work may seem at first glance to be difficult because it requires willingness, patience, honesty, self-sacrifice, and ability to understand the psychology of ourselves, our family, and those around us in business and community. Often men find it difficult to think on these matters, but it is necessary because when the team works hard as a whole, the team benefits as a whole. When each member goes it alone, is selfish or uneducated on important issues, the whole will suffer or it will meet with failure. Our families, our communities, and entire nation are all a team. We are all members of the whole. As we all want the best for ourselves, we should also want the best for others or the team as well. The most efficient, effective way to attain positive results is to work hard as a team, everyone doing their part to benefit the whole. Self-government and freedom are designed with this in mind. Each member was trusted to be willing, educated, and self-disciplined on these various issues and responsibilities. If your neighborhood or towns have some needs, such as landscaping empty lots or dilapidated areas in homes that need fixing, trash that needs cleaned up, people that need help with bills or need food, tools, transportation, toys, etc. The needs may seem great or the mess big, but if it is addressed by everyone in the community, the team, it could easily be cleaned up and needs taken care of. Everyone could enjoy the wonderful benefits of working together as a community to accomplish something that benefits all. If we have an abundance of fatherless or motherless children, and we as a community could all do a little to help teach, guide, and care for these unfortunate children, as we do, those children become assets to the community and not liabilities, bearing good fruit as they learn firsthand the benefits of working hard as a team and caring for the needs of others. This will surely make the future better for all. There are some who spend time and effort working hard for a goal that may be destructive to community. We need not ignore this fact. However, we shouldn't simply complain, but rather do our part, taking action to counter the negative and recognize how to find the positive in the negative. These destructive behaviors and actions happen on all levels, from high offices of authority and corporate levels all the way down to the street level. Scamming, stealing, plotting, selling poison, taking advantage of weakness or ignorance. There are those who work very hard at these things, but the benefit is only to themselves or their immediate team members, not the world as a whole. Family, community, and nation. It surely takes a certain level of knowledge, strength, and skill to accomplish these difficult goals, even if the goals are unethical. If only we could inspire a redirection of that knowledge, strength, and skill toward better goals that are ethical, legal, and fulfilling, being beneficial to all, not just ourselves and our immediate team. Instead of being partly responsible for the breakdown of our free society, we contribute to its growth and preservation. Don't sell people too short too early on value and ability. My point here is, even though some practice destructive behaviors, they still work hard and have abilities that can be refined and refocused from weak and foolish to strong and wise, transforming the negative into the positive. Millennial men, it is within each one of us to grow and mature for the better, to strive to be a better people as we learn the lessons of life and teach others as well. Unfortunately, there are some people who really have no idea about the benefits of hard work or working as a team. Poor souls who haven't experienced these things, who are given food and shelter but are taught nothing, never given duties or chores, discipline, or responsibilities, and have not experienced the benefit of these things. These people are still able to learn, though it may be difficult. It is these cases, millennial men, where we must lead by example and intervene when necessary to get beneficial results. We need to understand, men, that teamwork and community, combined with good morals and work ethics, will provide for our needs like food, shelter, education, happiness, good health, both physically and mentally, a good community and a good nation to live in, allowing us to really help the world more effectively. The realities of life are sometimes tough and require strength and resilience. Unity and working hard as a team provides these qualities and emotional relief in times of need. We gain a balance of togetherness and an independence from oppression of fear or the oppression of tyrannical government or tyrannical leadership, or the most common, self-oppression. Knowing we can work hard and care for one another and share burdens gives us comfort, safety, and independence. We sometimes face hard tasks and may be afraid to take them on alone or think it easy just to ignore the task. Millennial men, this makes the task or problems even more difficult to address in the future. Being a part of a community means having people to depend on, who depend on you. This is essential to a successful life and a free society. I have two older brothers who have held solid employment for many years. They have always paid their bills and provided for the needs of their families. One of the reasons they have held these successes in their work ethic, which they learned at an early age. In our home, we had to accomplish chores, and on top of that, for a time, these two brothers detasseled corn in the summer. It was hot, wet, dirty, and physical work. They were paid well, but often had to give the money to our parents to help pay the household bills. My brothers were in their teens at the time. Surely this seems harsh or unfair, and maybe it was. But through this, my two brothers learned a valuable lesson and gained a strong work ethic and sense of responsibility unmatched by many I've known, including myself. They worked very hard and contributed to the team of my family, and they've been dependable ever since. Children who did not learn these principles of hard work and working as a team for the benefit of all are at a huge disadvantage. Many studies have been done on the value of school sports programs and their immense benefits in molding our youth for successful lives. This is the same principle, teaching hard work and working together as a team, community, family. This is essential for every youth. I truly believe in the values of hard work and community. I believe in teaching discipline and self-control, and that these values are essential to being a success in life. There are those who believe that it is child abuse to make children do chores or work hard, and make children subject to discipline. In fact, there's much foolishness being pushed when it comes to the issues and what children should be learning. I would like to present an analogy that illustrates this in an unrefutable and crystal clear manner. Our beautiful country went from horse and wagon to one of the most technologically advanced nations in the world in a very short period. We grew and advanced very quickly after the industrial age. One contributing factor for this advantage was the benefits of our very topic, the sense of responsibility and ability of people young and old to work hard and work as a team, a working community for the benefit of the whole. Education, hard work, entrepreneurship, freedom, energy, free market, capitalism, and good morals were and still are the ingredients and basis for our founding, growth, and our many successes as a free nation. We've become very advanced, very rich, very powerful, very diverse, and very benevolent to the world very quickly. Millennial men, it is evident that we are losing sight of the principles that brought us previous success. What is it we are doing differently now than in times of great success? In the pre-industrial era, generally a male child would spend his first 7 or 8 years in and around the home, where he would learn from his mother to read, write, cook, sew, clean, grow food, care for siblings and elderly. At about the age of 8, he would spend his days with his father, working and learning the family trade, whether farming, ranching, building, soap making and candle making, blacksmithing, etc. These were all physical jobs and responsibilities that a young boy was dependent on to take part in. Please consider this point carefully. For all of recorded history, young men would take part in hard work. These young boys were expected to work, and the family, team, and communities depended on it for survival. These young people possess the physical ability to work for hours at difficult jobs. It is these young men and young adults that built this nation. Men and boys of solid work ethic and physical ability. Credit must also be given to the women and girls who also worked hard in the fields and cared for the home and cared for their men as well. These young boys were not victims of abuse, as some would say today. A young boy's physical makeup of bone and muscle has not evolved or devolved since the beginning of recorded history. Boys are designed to work hard and play hard. However, we are now accepting when someone tells us that these same boys who could work hard all day must now be still, be physically idle, and pay attention for 6 hours a day, and when the young boys are unable to sit without fidgeting, a conclusion is made by a so-called doctor that our young boy has a chemical imbalance or physical problem that requires psychotropics or narcotics in order to calm and or focus our young boy. These medications are powerful drugs that have a lasting effect on our children and their ability to become successful in the future. These drugs are so powerful, they aren't even allowed into institutions of correction. These young boys are failing to sit still because they were intended to be active and contribute to the world with their abundance of energy. Could what we are feeding our children or what we allow them to eat, like caffeine and sugar, contribute to their inability to sit still? As a whole, our society is becoming heavily medicated. I conceive we should be a little more conscious and thoughtful about what we allow people to do with our bodies and minds and that of our children. The problem with child medicating and false psychological analysis is creating a whole generation of young boys who are at odds with themselves and who are becoming dependent on pharmaceutical substances, being led to believe by licensed doctors that they need synthetic substances to function normally. You would be hard-pressed to find an adult who took these meds as a youth who hasn't struggled with addiction as an adult. I personally know many current addicts who were prescribed ADHD meds as youth. Our prescribing of controlled substances to our youth and young adults and failing to teach principles of hard work, discipline, and teamwork is a huge failure as a people and needs to be remedied. Those who support or contribute to such extreme failures are contributing to the fall of our free nation. Millennial men, this is where we work as a team, a community, and help one another when we are in need. We are certainly in need. Who will stand up for what is right, if not you and I? Discipline, hard work, unity, community, and teamwork. Is it really not politically correct or improper to think on such things? Some would say so, as they try to lead our people away from morals and discipline. It is history that will help us to find common sense answers and understand the paths of those who have walked before us in order to keep hold on principles of hard work, teamwork, freedom, and success. These are essential, millennial men, in our search for unity and success among our populated, diverse nation. Without these values, division, corruption. Without these values, division and corruption will deteriorate and destroy what principles make America great. That's the end of chapter 12. That's a deep one, and it only gets deeper from there.